Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Invin. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a video on how to actually choose your starting point in New World. Now, obviously it is still randomly allocated, but there is a way that you can then go ahead and make sure that you get to the one that you want to be at, or where your company is, or where your friends are. And I've had a ton of people asking this question in the comments, on my Discord server. Loads of people wondering how you do this, so I'm going to make a guide to go through it. Unfortunately, I do not have the exact gameplay to match, but what I'm going to do is show you guys the best possible way to do this through kind of like gameplay and images that are around it, so you guys can get the best understanding possible, so that you can try this out in the beta and see how it works. But basically, it's fairly straightforward and fairly simple actually to be able to do this. So once you've actually hit the first point, you go through the tutorial if you want to, or you can go ahead and skip the tutorial. If you're a min-maxer, you guys know what I mean by that. It's up to you if you want to be able to do it or not. But essentially, let's go off the fact that everybody plays through the tutorial. Once you've defeated Captain Thorpe in the tutorial, you've seen a lovely New World screen that looks something a little bit like this image. And then you fight Captain Thorpe, who is his corrupted version. Now, after you saw him on the beach, he then becomes a big red corrupted Captain Thorpe that tries to attack you and all that kind of good stuff. You then go out of that loading screen and into New World itself. You will land in one of the starting areas. Now, obviously, if you land in one that you want to be in, perfect. But if you're in one maybe like First Light that's a little bit out of the way, you can actually do something at this point. So what you will do is go and turn in the quest for completing the prologue or the tutorial with the person at the encampment, and then do not accept the quest that they then try to give you. Go off of that, press M and look at your map, and you will actually see that there is a yellow indicator at each of the starting areas. So at this point, you can actually just go ahead and run to whichever one that you want to start your quest line in, and that will then be your starting zone. So you can go ahead and craft all of your tools and all that sort of stuff over there, do all of the starting quests there, and you'll build up a rep in that area. So if you're wanting to get Windswood early doors, Monarch's Bluff early doors, or Everfall, rather than maybe First Light, or even if you wanted First Light, you spawned Monarch's Bluff, then you can go ahead, run over to them at that point, just press M and make sure that these yellow indicators are on your map. If you can't see them on the map, then you can't do it yet. You're at the wrong point. You've either gone past it too far, or you haven't handed in the first initial prologue quest. You literally come out of the Captain Thorpe fight, load into the screen, talk to the person with the green marker that ends the quest, complete that quest, and then don't accept another one until you're in the place you want to be. Then you run to the yellow indicated mark, speak to the person at the beach encampment, talk to them, go through all of the prologue quests as normal, and then carry on your journey into New World. Now, it's fairly simple to do, but a lot of people were wondering about this, myself included, for a long while before the last beta where I worked this out. So it is, once you've done it, and once you've seen how to do it, once I've explained it to you guys like this, it should be fairly easy to do, and it does mean that you can kind of meet up with your company if you all wanted to go from one spot, or at least a group of you that are all wanting to level together, or indeed if your company's aiming to take over, say, Windswood, for example, you can all head up there and quest there right from the beginning, so you've got your territory standings up and everything like that, and get all your base set up there so you can get your storage points increased and all of that good stuff. And it does make it a lot easier and more convenient to know that you can actually do this. Now, the reason I'm bringing this video is because obviously you can just delete and rerun your character, but right when the game releases, there's probably going to be server queues because it's going to be very popular. And on top of that, you don't really want to be re-rolling a load of times and getting a different zone than you actually want every single time. So obviously some min-maxers will just say just re-roll the game. But in terms of most players and most people, including myself, when we just log in, we're just going to go for whichever one we're at once we finally get in, if there is a queue. And then this just bypasses going into that wrong zone without having to recreate your entire character, which is really, really nice. So hopefully it does help you out. And for those of you that are planning those starting strategies, hopefully you can all group up together there and do that well. Now, one other thing I just did quickly want to add at the end of this video here is that actually when you do run to a different zone, so if you're not spawned in the one that you want to be on, when you're running across there, you can actually gather the materials that you need for the quest. So bear in mind that it's going to ask you to create flint tools. So if you see flint and you see bushes along the way, gather some of those so that you have got some wood and some flint when you do get there. And of course, as well, if you know any of the other quests in advance that you're going to be doing further down the line, grab those materials too. You could also craft a flint pickaxe while you're doing this, so you can go along and grab some more resources along the way. Same with an axe if you do want to. You will have to do them again for the quest though, so bear that in mind. If you do craft any tools or anything, you will have to do them again, but gathering the resources is a really, really good idea. And on top of that, obviously, you will have to create the food food, so regardless of whether you've already got that or not, it will ask you to go out and kill the boars, collect the meat, and then cook it, so you'll have to do it in that order regardless of whether you get that beforehand. But things like the wood and the flint you can gather up ahead, and then you can go and just craft those really, really quickly. So hopefully that does help you out. Hopefully this video helps you guys out in learning basically how you can actually select your starting zone, which is really, really cool because a lot of people have been asking me, like I said, and so I just thought I'd bring a quick update video to that. If you guys have got any more questions, anything you want to know, please leave them down below in the comments and I will be sure to get back to you, maybe even make a video on it like this so that you guys can all understand if there's enough of you asking the same question. If you found today's video useful and informative, please do leave a like on it down below as it really does help me out. If you are new to the channel, please drop a subscribe with the notification bell on so you don't miss an upload. And if you'd like to join the Discord community, the link for that will be in the description and in the comments. We'd love to have you over there. We've got tons and tons of awesome people in there right now, so if you'd like to join in with that, go ahead and join through one of the links in the description or the comments. Also, we have channel memberships active as well, so if you want to join the channel, click the join button just below the video and it will tell you the options we have there. And other than that, as always, thank you very much for watching. Take care and peace.